Hello guys and welcome to this new platform on Let's Talk Ngatitaure as Column. We've called it the Backpage because we'll be bringing you all the Backpage stories and topical ones all in one place. All in one place. Got Fambira Nenengua guys. It's not 80s, the 90s. There's no need to buy 10 newspapers when you can get everything in one place. Just tune in to us. You can either listen on the go or in your own home. I am Dara and I'll be your host. On the day that President Mnangagwa eventually settled speculation that he will be seeking to extend his stay beyond his constitutionally mandated second term, on the same day that the Labour Party won a landslide victory in the UK general elections, well, at least change does happen elsewhere, doesn't it? On that day, our troubled warriors seem to be facing more trouble. They seem to be facing more trouble in their quest to qualify for the 2025 Nations Cup finals in Morocco. We're drawn in Group J against Cameroon, bogey side Kenya, and Namibia. And let's not forget that all these teams are ranked better than us. We've played Cameroon 11 times since independence. We managed to beat them only 3 times. We've managed to beat them only 3 times, and they have beaten us 7 times, and we drew once for a 17-11 aggregate. We recorded two 1-0 victories in World Cup qualifiers on 16 November 1980 and on the 4th of July 1993. 4th of July 1993 was exactly 31 years yesterday, when Argent Sao won us that match with a late header at the National Sports Stadium. And then we thumped them 4-1 in one of our most famous international victories at the same venue on the 22nd of January 1995. This was courtesy of a hat-trick by Vitalis Takawira and a brilliant individual goal by Paul Gundani. Well, that's as far as it went. Poor preparations have always been blamed for our poor showings by successive poor administrators. And is it going to be any different now? Well, ZIFA Technical Director Jethro Onizarira has told the Herald that the preparations will start as soon as possible. With the qualifiers starting in September, the preparations are late already. They are late already because they should have started a while ago. They should have started a while ago, at least with the appointment of a substantive coach. The draw might have been conducted yesterday, but we knew, didn't we? We knew that we had AFCON qualifiers to come sometime. We knew that. And what Jethro tells us is what the board should be telling us, because surely the technical director doesn't have control over such matters. And talking about the board, FIFA have resolved to extend the tenure of the Normalization Committee led by Lincoln Mutasa for a further 5 months. It means they will oversee the start of these qualifiers, and they should start knuckling down to business. Now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. Mutasa will continue at the helm alongside Rose Mugadza and Nyashasanya Mandwe. Cynthia Malava and Skumuzo Ndebele have been relieved of their duties, and new members will be co-opted. Obriel Chirinda, what a striker. What a striker. Chirinda missed 14 of the season 2024 Castle Premier Soccer League games, but he has not written himself out of the Golden Boot race. The Ngezi Platinum Star striker feels that he still stands a chance to bag the prestigious gong if he can maintain his current form. He got off to a delayed start to the season as he was embroiled in a contractual battle that involved the champions and Dynamos. In the 3 games that he eventually featured for the champions, after they won the legal battle, he netted an equal number of goals and went on to be voted the June Player of the Month. And considering the lack of consistency that the other PSL goal scorers have shown in the first half of the season, Chirinda may indeed catch up on the race. Currently, William Manand of Caps United, he does top the charts with 8 goals from 17 matches, while Bikita Minerals, Evans Katema, and Linus Chikua of Highlanders have netted 7 each. Dynamo's players on strike. So you want it is. As a good chalok. Got the Savuzolok. And much a halasala strike now. There are conflicting reports about the situation at Harare Giants Dynamos. Conflicting reports? Well, why should they be conflicting? They shouldn't be conflicting because we are told in the very same sentence that the players downed tools yesterday. There are conflicting reports about the situation at Harare Giants Dynamos where players downed tools yesterday in protest against non-payment of bonuses and signing on fees. It's not conflicting. It's happened before. It's happening now. We're told that they've downed tools in protest against non-payment of bonuses and signing on fees. Dibare players refused to train. There you go. And instead watched Division 1 side Scotland FC going through their paces at Alex Sports Club. That's not conflicting. They are on strike. They refuse to train. And instead watched Scotland going through their paces. Some players said they've not been paid bonuses since the beginning of the season. We're almost halfway through now, aren't we? Some players are yet to receive their signing on fees for this season, while others received part payments. Some players are struggling to raise transport money from their respective locations to the central business district where they're picked up by the team bus. Yesterday, some Dimbare players were rescued by Scotland President Pedzisai Scott Sakupkanya, who forked out $300 for bus fare. But Dynamo's chairman Moses Maunganidze yesterday claimed that there was no crisis at the club and revealed that players were advised of a break in training by coach Genesis Mangombe. And then the following story is the classic case of a thin line between love and hate. This story involves former football star Edward Sadomba, who says his life is in danger and is living in fear of his estranged wife Shalene. But the lawyer representing Shalene has hit back and claimed that Mkomana is broke. Ujaha usejombile. That's what the lawyer says. The duo's high-profile matrimonial fallout has now become a common feature at the courts, and yesterday, the saga spilled into the Chitungiza Magistrates Court. Sadomba claimed Shalene threatened to hire thugs who will deal with him. However, Shalene, through her lawyer Oliver Marwa, said Sadomba was abusive. Well, this is a classic case of he said, she said, he said, she said. The lawyer claims Sadomba did not want Shalene in their borrowed house because he claims he built it on his own. You are after exposing your wife simply because she's a prosecutor and you are broke, said Marwa. Sadomba made sensational claims. Shalene has been influencing investigating police officers and prosecutors to make sure he ends up in prison. I am living in fear because of Shalene, said Sadomba. She told me that she is going to engage thugs to deal with me. Shalene told me that she's going to influence police officers as well as public prosecutors to make sure that I am behind bars. That is the reason I left Borode police station to lodge my complaint against the Thailand's police station. She used her job as a public prosecutor to influence a number of police officers at Borodale. Your worship, her influence as a public prosecutor is the reason our case had to be transferred from Harare Magistrates Court to Chitungiza. She vowed that she will always win cases since she's a public prosecutor. And at one time, I was followed by 3 unregistered vehicles. Let's talk about these stories. Gatitaure asikhulume comment section. Singakhohlwa phela ukusubscribe. Asakhangana ukusubscribe ngidala kudawu shusanga nathi ubatha napha later.